Welcome to White Regis TV Film Review and Preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This weekend, The Crow is released in cinemas. This film is a remake adjacent of the infamous 1994 film of the same name and is an adaptation of the comic book series of the same name. The film stars Bill Skarsgård as Eric, a man who was brutally murdered alongside his fiancée Shelley, played by FKA Twigs, and is given the chance to avenge her death by traversing the worlds of the living and the dead as he seeks revenge. The Crow film series is famous for the fact that the star of the 1994 film, Brandon Lee, died in an on-set firearms accident during filming of the original. This film is rated 18 for violence, but I haven't been able to gather whether or not this film contains the sexual violence that is prevalent in the other films and the comics. So watch at your own peril, as I'm not able to guarantee whether or not there's any sexual violence in the film. The BBFC doesn't say so. But The Crow is in cinemas this weekend. This week, controversy hit the already controversial film Megalopolis. The film is legendary director Francis Ford Coppola's first film in 13 years and stars Adam Driver as a visionary architect who clashes with a corrupt mayor in determining how to rebuild the metropolis of New Rome after a devastating disaster. The film has already been subject to numerous controversies, including creative differences between Coppola and his special effects teams, as well as misconduct allegations against Coppola, and the 50-50 critical reception of the film from the Cannes premiere back in May. The newest controversy stemmed from a trailer that was released this week and then was taken down the next day. The trailer used what I thought was an interesting tactic of using negative reviews from Coppola's most famous films like Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Dracula to demonstrate that it was up to audiences to interpret the film for themselves, as those three films, Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Dracula, are viewed as being three of the best films of all time. So the idea was to get audiences to believe that Megalopolis could be one of the greatest films of all time. However, the trailer was found to have used falsified reviews when they quoted critics in the trailers. The film is in cinemas at the end of September, and it's going to be quite an ooga booga, quite a trippy one. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I will be talking about the horror movie Afraid. Now back to Gary in the studio.